Hello, hello, beautiful souls. This is Esther, also known as schmeksipants. Happy New Year and welcome to my channel. I think today that I want to do a pick-a-pile love predictions for 2022 year ahead. So if you like this type of content, I would be so thrilled if you could like, subscribe, share. It really does help the channel and it lets me know what kind of content is really needed right now. So let's get right into it. So for pile one, we have the Morgan Greer Tarot. For pile two, we have the Abstract Alchemy Tarot. And for pile three, we have the Sun and Moon Tarot. So maybe take a few moments, pause the video if you need to, choose which deck resonates with you, where you feel drawn towards, and then I will be here when you want to pause. Okay, so pile one, Morgan Greer Tarot. So what messages does pile one need to know? What's coming in love 2022 for pile one? The highest and greatest good. Take that one since it wanted to pop up. Oh, wow. So right off the bat, Magician. So definitely, I think things are brewing. Things are going to be successful, positive outcome, lots of passion. I'm really noticing this wand in the Magician's hand, and I really feel like the urge to guide, not to burn the candle at both ends. It's really important, to show up in love and as yourself and, for others. But I think it's going to be really important to focus some of the time on self-care as well, making sure that you've got yourself protected. Like, I feel like there's something really pure and good coming in, and also there's a need for kind of like a self-preservation, good self-care. I think mirror work, as always, it's very helpful. Again, I'm noticing as above, so below, so like a balance. I feel like, especially in times of any sort of insecurity over the year, or when you're needing clarity, doing some mirror work, standing in front of the mirror, telling yourself how much you love yourself, giving yourself what you need, will help you become more magnetic to yourself and therefore to others. And so let's see if we can get a couple more messages for pile one. Okay. So, oh wow. Yes. So I feel like you can create absolutely anything that you want. So there's going to be a lot of healing in love this year. I'm noticing also a lot of sexual energy with all of these wands. Very quick movement. So with the Eight of Wands there, aside from being quick movement and being, for lack of a better word, very phallic, lots of sexual energy, it can be chaotic. So this is where there will be that need to kind of do that mirror work, take care of yourself, remind yourself that you're powerful at any times of standstill, and also remind yourself who you are so that you don't get kind of swept away, for lack of a better words, with others' energy, so that you're not losing yourself. But I feel like in love in 2022, there's going to be quick movement. It's going to be beautiful. And you're just going to feel so powerful and victorious. So that's your message, pile one. And I hope that, there are lots of beautiful things that you can tell me about sooner rather than later, which I'm sure there will be. I think definitely by summer, there will be some massive changes. So thank you, pile one. Okay, pile two. So what love messages for 2022? What's going to be the major themes coming forward for 2022 for pile two? Okay. So we have the Page of Wands and the Ten of Cups reversed. So, this is not necessarily that things won't turn out your way, but I think it's going to be really important to get clear on what your priorities are and to be really clear about what it is that you want, focusing some of that time on yourself to get clear. So I'm not one of these people who believes that you have to be fully healed to draw in love, but I think that if you don't know what you want and you don't know who you are, there's more likely to be this kind of like player energy with this Page of Wands, and you'll feel like you're close to this kind of wish fulfillment, but just not quite there. So I think that it's going to be really important to balance desire with practicality, getting really, really clear what it is you want. Or the other thing could be like, you could just be having fun this year and focusing that time to kind of know what your preferences are in love, in relationship. But I feel that, yeah, it's going to be important to set some of those boundaries so that you don't get your feelings hurt. Not that you're doing anything wrong, but it's just about getting that, yeah, that steadiness within self so that you're attracting higher things. Too many cards just came out. I did see that Five of Wands, that kind of competitive energy. I think, you know, it's more about you being really choosy about what you let in, what you tolerate. If you need to separate from somebody and then have fun, that's good too. Yeah, I think the other thing is basically, you know, the Eight of Pentacles upright is working very hard towards a goal. What I'm getting the sense of it in this case reversed is don't try so hard. You know, don't let other people take you for a ride. And this is not to say that there's a lot of negativity here, even though this pile did turn out a little bit heavier. It's just more the, yeah, please yourself first is really what I'm getting. It's going to be your theme for the year. So I hope that resonates. Let me know, pile 2. Thank you very much. Okay, pile 3. What does pile 3 need to know? What are some themes going forward in love this year for pile 3? Ooh, can't get my hands on the cards. Pile 3, what do we need to know? So I saw that there was a card upright somewhere in there. Okay, I'm just going to see what that is. Oh, well, that's interesting. So we have the Tower, and then we have the Six of Pentacles. And these cards actually on the Minor Arcana, they have words on them, success. I'm also knowing this kind of all-seeing eye, this Eye of Ra, I think it is. I'm sorry, I'm not as familiar with Egyptian lore and symbolism. But I feel like if 2021, beyond what everybody else has experienced with COVID, if 2021 in your love life was kind of a shit show, things falling apart, things not going quite as you wanted, or even in the beginning of 2022, if that's happening, it's not a matter of don't worry, because when your life gets shaken up, it's all well and good for somebody to say that, but it's more that it happened to bring you what you actually want. It happened to bring a sense of equilibrium back to your relationships. I think, you know, after things crush to the ground, there's only one way to go, and it's up. And with this eye here, I really feel like divine is not punishing you, it's protecting you. There's a saying I keep seeing online that's very much like, you know, it's not that you're being punished, it's that sometimes God hears conversations that you didn't. So I feel like definitely if things have been crumbling, there will be a turnaround. There will be this kind of like moment where you're just like, I was so upset at the time, but thank goodness that this has happened. Thank goodness that like you're not going to be in the same place as you are now at the beginning of this year. Next year, like things are going to be quite beautiful. I think you're going to be feeling a lot more abundant. I'm going to pull one more card for pile 3. Oh, this deck, it's so funny. I shuffled and things were there. So interference, 8 of Swords. Yeah, so the 8 of Swords is usually about feeling stuck, and it's usually that the figure in the cards that they can move forward or backward and that they're blindfolded, that they can't see. I think in this case, it's more about if somebody has kind of been, you know, for lack of a better word, using you, or you felt like you're not in charge of your own destiny. I feel like that's why this tower had to fall, so that you can cut those kind of cords of attachment, really, and move forward in a way that is more aligned for you. You know, it's one thing to stay somewhere because you love somewhere. It's another to stay out of fear of the unknown, fear of loneliness. But once those cords are cut, you can do cord cutting meditations. There are many on YouTube, or even just writing, journaling. I think once those cords of attachments are gone, it's going to make a lot of beautiful space for just more fulfillment coming through. I am going to check the bottom of the deck for this pile. Yeah, that Five of Wands. I think it's just going to be, this year is reevaluating what it is you truly want in relationship with others. You know, you're not in competition with anybody, and if somebody is making you feel that way, or I say this with the highest of respect, if there's been an abusive situation going on, you know, letting that fall away, seeking support, therapy if you need it, it's really going to help you. And again, I want to say, like, you're not being punished, you're being prepared. And if it doesn't feel like that right now, please know that you're supported. I'm sending you so much love for anybody dealing with this kind of crappy energy. But please, please know, you're not going to be in the same place next year. You're not going to be in the same place, hopefully, by the middle of the year. It's all about kind of releasing, releasing, releasing. I want to share that if it's just like an energetic pull that you feel, be really intentional when you shower, is the message that's coming through. There's a lot of blue, not in this card, but in a lot of the other cards that came out for this group. You know, visualize when you're in the shower, any energies that are not your own, any energies that you want called away from you, any cords you want cut. It's going to feel really nice to kind of visualizing it as the water hits your head and goes down to your feet, your chakras clearing out, your energies clearing out. Really feeling into yourself. I think I suggested this for, I think, pile 1 as well, but doing that mirror work, looking at yourself in the mirror, telling yourself you love yourself, that you approve of yourself, what you deserve, for the highest good of all, I think will really, really support you. Success is coming. The season of strife will pass. You know, it might be painful, but what's on the other side will be worth it. And I just saw 1221 on the timestamp as I'm reading this. So you really are guided and supported. So, you know, lean on friends if you need to. Ask them what values and qualities they love about you if you're having trouble seeing that in yourself. And know that romantic partners will see that as well. It's just kind of about cutting your cords of attachment to anything that doesn't serve. So these were the messages for today. Please let me know if you want more of these pick a pile readings, love readings, if you want extended, or if you like this format. If you're interested in purchasing my deck, the Abstract Alchemy Tarot, the link for my original art decks are going to be listed below in the comments box. And I hope that you have a wonderful day and a happy the beginning of 2022. So sending you all so much love.